You're tuned in to Cosmidelic Down with your host,
Poetry legend, philosopher.
Mark Marcel.
So, dude, we are plugged in to the Cosmidelic download. And I am here with my guest who I've been vibing with. Right now I'm already can see I'm like, yo, I really like this dude, man. And it dope when you meet people and you really like, damn, y'all like this dude, man, for real. But my guest, SamTrax, and and what's dope about his album, Black Cherry, is that it's a spoken word album, but he's produced everything. And he is not the one exactly doing the vocals. So I want my people to understand your magic. And Sam, I appreciate you for joining me, man. How you been?
Peace. I'm good, man. All is well. God is good, man. God is great.
Yeah, it is, man. It is, man.
How are you, man?
Dude, I woke up this morning.
You know what, man? You speaking power right now,
You know what I'm saying? I woke up this morning. Everything else, I'm great, for real. So I appreciate that, man. Dude, what inspired you to do this, man? Because I think that's pretty interesting. I ain't gonna lie, as soon as you said that, that made me want to do something like that, for real.
So real quick, I was actually nominated last year as a producer on Malik Yusuf's project.
Right.
Um,
Good music.
yeah. Well, good music. Came close, but didn't make it, didn't get it. But I was honored and grateful for that. But as a kid growing up, man, I always really, I was always really inspired by art in all forms, right? And when I was a kid, I started my first band ever. I was out of high school. I was like 16, 17. I got called by a friend of mine's to come play for a speakeasy. Bro, I had no idea, man. This was the late 90s, man. I didn't have no ideas what speakeasy is. It's like, yo, your band come pull up, come vibe, come jam, right?
Right.
Dude, when I got there, man, it was just a bunch of beautiful people, bro. All colors, all shapes and sizes. And it was all spoken word. People were singing,
Right.
people were crying.
Right.
You had people just celebrating. You had people speaking to their ancestors and just talking about their experiences. And it was all poetry. It was all mixed though. But the vibes, it was like they just told us to improvise. So me and my band at the time pressed play. No, musical tip. Sorry, that was my first band. Bro, we just jammed, bro, for like 3 hours.
Right. Wow.
So fast forward, getting the opportunity to work with Malik, it inspired me.
Right.
And I got into a space where I've been working with a lot of artists, and a lot of the artists that I've worked with, also my friends too. I just woke up one day and I was like, man, I really want to speak some positivity. I also want to pour into this culture. I also want to invest into the art of this culture. I feel like the art form of poetry, I don't want to say is dying, because I don't want to be ignorant. I feel like it's not broadcasted and it's not as popular as it should. It's not mainstream. That's the word.
Right.
So I want to make poetry mainstream.
Right.
And that's what really gave me this, inspired me to do this project, man, Black Cherry.
Yeah. Respect. And we need people like the community, the poets. We need people like yourself that want to do that, for real. Because it's funny. I was talking to Sekou yesterday. Yeah, and he was just telling me some of the trials and errors that him and Jay Ivy had been through to get this into a category, and it just humbled me a little bit because I was like, because Sekou was telling me how at first he got denied being a member, and I was like, really? And it just humbled me because I was like, wow, you know what? Hold up, let me thank you for the roads and barriers that you tore down to help make the road that I'm walking down a little easier.
Absolutely.
That I didn't even realize. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude. Yeah. So we need people like yourself that see the value in the art. You know what I'm saying? To keep pushing it forward, man.
I appreciate it, brother. For real, for real.
Yeah. What made you choose some of the artists that you work with on the album?
Everybody are my friends, my best friends. Literally my best friends. I've known some of these guys for 20, 30 years. And they just understood my musical They understood my musical journey, number
Right.
one, and I was able to talk to them about what I was able to sit and talk with them, have conversations with them about what the meaning of this project was and is for me. And having losing my mom about a year or two ago, it put me in a space where I really wanted to dive deeper into I wanted to dive deeper in the art realm.
Right.
And all of these people, man, they stood with me, man. I reached out to them. I had a few songs. My best friend Jimmy, he's on this album. He's the one that's the first song, Black Cherry. My best friend, man, and he sent me. We were working on some. I was actually doing a record for Isaiah Rashad at the time. I sent him the track, and he sent me some ideas. And then when he sent me the track back, I was like, bro, this is poetry, bro. Like this is not rap.
Right.
And he's like, yeah. I'm like, dude. Nah, Jimmy, we gotta do a spoken word album, man. I gotta do one, man, and we gotta make it, beautiful and ignorant and all at once. You know what I'm saying? So that it could reach radio, it could reach, playlists and really like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm blessed to have some really talented friends, honestly. These are all my friends.
Yeah, dude, I feel you. I tell people often the greatest wordsmiths I know are my peers.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, like I don't, it's funny you mentioned the poem about the poet, I am this, I am that. It's funny, like, and I do feel that, but yo, like I've never gotten chills from reading William Shakespeare. I'm sorry, but I know Malik done said some things that has made me go, ooh,
Absolutely.
right,
Malik is
right,
an animal.
right,
Malik is a
right. I know Say Kuzan said some shit that make
St.
me,
Cruz is an animal
right,
too,
right.
man.
So all these people, Sheba,
Right. That's traditional. I think there's poetry there, and then there's spoken word, and then there's like free spirit talk, right? So
right.
I think we are in a and sorry to cut you off. I feel
No,
like
no, 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 go.
I think we are in a space right now where we are really we're really like pushing our true freedom of speech, right?
Right.
And we have to, you know, there's a saying, right? It's like sticks and stones could break my bones, but words will never leave me. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
right, right,
It's
right,
that's real. So we're in a space right now where how we are presenting these lyrics, how we are depositing affirmations, and how we depositing, I mean, like just positivity in our
right,
women, in our kids, bro.
right.
Like it's gold.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's gold, dog. Like if you really drop a bar and you drop that bar the right way, you deliver it the right way, whatever way it is, if whether it's on a song
yeah,
or no music at all, but the
yeah,
tone, your voice, how it's being said, dog, you could make or break somebody.
yeah, yeah. It's life changing. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's life changing. That kind of goes into my next thing. I was gonna say, how affected are you by because your background is more of a producer, Well, so how affected are you by the words, by the poets? Like what?
100%. I mean, a lot of it I curated. A
Right,
majority of it I curated. I had conversations. We talked about yeah, all of it, almost all of it, like about 60% of the album, man. Like I really like had people on this project where I was able to have conversations with them where they would send me one take and I'm like, all right, so listen, let's talk about this, right?
right,
I see what you're doing and I see what you're saying, but the message that I really want, I need it from here,
right,
not from here. You're
right,
thinking about it too much. You know what I
right,
mean? This
right,
track that I sent you, I want you to think about where and how and what and who it's going to touch. Yeah.
right.
And we had to, I ain't gonna lie, we had to go back and forth on a couple
I
pieces.
bet, especially working with some poets, trying to tell us about their
And you know
lyrics.
what, man? I'm not gonna lie to you. Majority of these people that I work with, they're not. I don't would even consider them to be poets.
Right,
We're artists.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're an artist,
Yeah, I
Mark.
feel that. Yeah,
We're all artists. At
yeah,
the end of the day, we are all vessels, man, that
yeah.
God has chose us to be, psalmists and
Right,
Levites and all that in this country, in this world. So
right,
we're artists, and our gifts, we were able to perform multiple things. We could sing, we can rhyme, we could do poetry, we can, you get what I'm saying? Some of us act, some of us are
right,
triple, quadruple threats.
right.
You
Exactly, exactly.
you get what I'm saying? So
I'm with you.
I had to I had to pull certain things. I had to coach a lot of people and say, "Hey, man, nah, you we going too. This is too songy.
Right,
Like, let's be open, be free, allow yourself to fly.
right. Yeah,
Then
yeah,
allow yourself to fly, bro. Just
yeah.
let that thing just fly, bro.
Yeah, exactly. No, I feel that 100%. I tell people like, um, I'm not a poet. I'm art. And poetry is just a tool that I use to spread my gifts through.
Absolutely.
Like you are the gift, and poetry is just an outlet, and music is an outlet, and like, comedy is an outlet, acting is an outlet, but that spark of what you are is already there, and it can just come in so many different ways. It's funny because when I first did poetry, I still have friends that still have limited themselves. I remember earlier on, like there was some people like, "No, I just want to do poetry. I just want to do poetry." And I remember quickly kind of having that thought, but it kind of went in and out because I came into poetry as being a writer, a novelist. Like poetry is actually secondary to me. But as I've learned, I'm all these things. You know what I'm saying? I'm all these things
Yeah,
in
so
nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm all these things.
sense, man. You're that makes so much sense now, Mark. I
Yeah,
need for you to say, yeah, because the way you write your poetry is so, it has, it's not just poetic, but it's philosophical, man.
right, 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 right. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, 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 yeah. Well, do. I've a lot of psychedelics, man, but anyway.
yeah.
But anyway.
Hey, man, we all have our vices, my man.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
We all have our vices, and as long as we know how to, plant our feet in the sand, we're
Yeah,
good, bro.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, how difficult was it to work with some of the artists on their do you feel like I don't know, yeah, like how difficult was it? Did you feel like it was pretty easy or was it like pulling nails in some instances? Yeah, you got something you don't want to say.
Yeah.
I caught that. But
It wasn't hard. It
right,
wasn't hard, but you know what it is, Mark? One of the biggest issues I think, and I don't want to get too deep on this, man. And first, I want to say I'm honored, man, to be on this platform with you, man. Thank you
no,
for
respect, man.
real, man. Thank you for really having me, man. I don't take this for granted.
Uh,
Um,
I don't think you take it for granted. You spent giving your time too, for real.
Thank you, man. For real, man. It's peace, brother. It's for me. It's all a gift that we all are here to share.
Yeah, respect.
Um, Bro, like, man, I think some people, it takes them time to see or to understand what their gifts really are.
Right.
And it takes some time for them to understand as you grow, as you evolve, man, you can't keep doing the same thing.
Yeah, yeah,
You can't keep doing the same thing,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
You know, you and you can't keep doing the same thing the same way, the same or how you've been doing it, because the reality is, man, how do you want different results?
right, right,
How do you,
right.
and I'm grateful. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm blessed to have worked on some very special projects, man. I've worked with Erica Badu, you know what I'm saying? I've worked with Ashanti, I've worked with Sir. I've worked with some very some very talented people out here in these streets, bro. But the one thing that I'm always grateful for is to take these experiences that I've had to work with these people and use them to deposit into my friends.
Right, right,
And
right.
and sometimes friendship is hard for you to see. Like, it's hard for you to see things, man, as friends,
Yeah,
like, because you don't see that. You're proud of the homie. You know the homie is talented, but then
right,
when you put them on your project or when you want to work with them, you're like, bro, like, hear me out, man. Like, I'm doing something special here.
right, right,
Like, so it didn't happen for the whole project, but
right,
I had some I've had some I would say some bumps on
right,
the road to convince people like what I'm
right,
doing right now is necessary, and I would
right,
like for you guys to be the first installation to this. You know what I mean?
right.
Because this is Black Cherry Volume 1.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to get that. Yeah, I meant
Yeah.
that. I was going to get to that volume one. That means there's going to be a volume two.
Absolutely, bro. We are
Yeah,
working on it right now, man.
that's
Like,
dope. Yeah,
we're already
yeah,
working on it. And the first one did pretty well to the point where now I got a couple people hitting me up like, "Hey, I think I want to do some poetry."
yeah, 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 yeah,
Sure?
yeah,
You
yeah,
sure?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Well, dude, well, don't let me do a shameless plug here, but you know, you got a
Mark.
black shaman over here in Los
Nah,
Angeles.
Mark, I ain't even gonna hold you, man. I feel I am lucky, bro. And I want to say this for those that are watching. Mark hit me up. He followed me, and when I noticed that he followed me, and then I went to his page and I realized who he was. I tell him, Mark, I instantly hit you up like, "Hey,
Yeah,
bro, I'm blessed, man,
yeah,
for you to follow me, man. Like, let's work, let's build, let's connect. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I'm
Respect.
I'm not an ignorant when I see gifts, bro.
Right,
You
right. Yeah,
know?
respect, man. Yeah, yeah, respect, man. For real. There's nothing like having dude, there is nothing greater than having the respect of your peers, man, and it's humbling, dude, for real. I appreciate that, dude, for real.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm glad you're saying you're doing a volume two, man, because I'm looking forward to working with you, man, for
No,
real.
we locked in, man, already, man.
Yeah,
We locked
yeah.
in, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Dude, tell the people where they can find you, man, and where they can find this album, dude.
They can find it everywhere, all streaming platform, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify. Spotify right now going through some things, but Spotify is, it's the worldly platform.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Spotify. I'm on all DSPs, and then mid October, I would say mid to like late October, we're dropping vinyls. So you can be on the lookout for that at forever97.com. So forever97.com. And then of course all my platform at SamTrax, SamTrax, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, you'll find me, TikTok, all that. You find me on all of that.
That's what's up. Dude, Sam, man, I look forward to having you as a guest in person. It's been great talking to you, man. And you're a beautiful person, beautiful soul, man.
Yeah,
Dope
thank
artist.
you, man.
Yeah, man, respect, man. I actually, dude, it's funny, it's funny as you get older, you start to feel like, you ain't making new friends. But, I find myself making a liar of myself, at a certain time, because, dude, I think you're so dope, man. I look forward to like vibing with you in person, man,
Man,
for real.
as am I, man. Nah, I'm coming out your way in a couple weeks. We're gonna lock in, man. It's already done, man. God has already put it in place, bro.
That's what's up, man. All right, my man. Yo, people go check out his art for real. Black Cherry Volume 1. Sam Trax. We are unplugging from the system.